find healing and solace. And we join together at the bottom of the page with Not By Might. It's a really peppy song by Debbie Friedman. Hopefully, if you don't know it, you'll catch on. It's pretty easy. Okay. Not by might and not by power, but by Spirit alone shall we all live in peace. Not by might and not by power, by Spirit alone shall we all live in peace. The children sing, the children dream, and their tears may fall, but we'll hear them call, and another song will rise, another song will rise, another song will rise. Not by might and not by power, by Spirit alone shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by power. Shalom. Nice. All right. So at the bottom of the page, all who are able, please rise for the Baruch Hu. We're just going to do a very simple Baruch Hu this evening. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam v'ed. We turn to the next page. And we read responsibly. And now, Israel, what is it that your God asks of you?
To honor God, walking in God's ways with love, serving God with heart and soul.
God says, I call you to join me.
By opening blind eyes, bringing out prisoners captive, and from dungeons those who sit in darkness.
With one voice we pledge ourselves to the one God. And now we join in singing the watchwords of our faith, the Shema. And feel free to close your eyes and think about all the light that you saw in that room tonight as we were enjoying our dinner, all those candles. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, L'olam v'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, L'olam v'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And you may be seated. And at the bottom of the page, and the transliteration is on the next page, but at the bottom of the page, please join me in the chanting of the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzvacha hayom alavavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derek uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukashartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'sha'arecha leman tizkaruhu va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'lohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. Our redemption. Who is like you, God of mystery and majesty, distant and present, thundering and quiet, the beginning and the end, the atom and the cosmos, the darkness and the light, the one and the all, the pillar and foundation, artist of sea and sky, author of the miraculous and the mundane, source of life, blessing, and sustaining creation? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, to whom we praise, to whom we give thanks, the God who redeemed us from Egypt, the God who parted the sea, the God to whom Miriam and Moses led us in song. And we sing Michamocha to the tune of Ma'az Sur. So hopefully, you know, this is kind of an old, very old tune. I don't like that key. Now I know why I put it in that key. Now, hang on. Nora tehilot o sefele Adonai yimlok leolam vayen. When you do these songs once a year, you kind of forget where you're supposed to put them. But anyway. All right, Hashki Venu. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporesh sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Are we streaming? We are streaming, yes. Welcome to all of our friends, wherever you are. All who are able, please rise for the tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftat ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor B'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Lema'an Shemo Ve'alhavaha, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Va'ezrat Sarah. Open my lips and I will praise you. You are our loving God, the God of our ancestors. Let's read that together. You set the journey of the soul and the cycle of nature. You are sacred. Your name is holy, endowing us with intelligence, calling us back to you, repentant, forgiving us, redeeming us, healing us, regenerating resources, reinstating justice, subverting antagonists, rewarding the righteous, rebuilding Jerusalem, revitalizing us with redemption. Hear this prayer. Restore your presence among us. For our lives and our souls, we thank you. Bless us and establish everlasting peace throughout the world. May my words and my heart's longings fit your desires for me, Adonai, my rock and redeemer. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. And you may be seated. On the next page is our prayer for thanks, for all of the things that we are thankful for. And let's read that together. Today is a gift, oh my God, to know your world, to receive your blessings. Rock of ages, your works surround us. Daily signs of awe and wonder, daily guides to joy and service. Bless me with the hands of strength, a heart of courage, a mind of understanding. Bless me with a voice of praise, a life of gratitude, days filled with hope and love. This next prayer or song is actually something that we sing both at Hanukkah and at Purim, which talks about the miracles of redemption. And it says, for the mighty deeds and saving acts brought about by you, and for the wars you waged for our ancestors in days of old at this season. Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagburot ve'al hatshuvot ve'al hamilchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh bayamim hahem bazman hazeh Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagburot ve'al hatshuot ve'al hamilchamot she'asita imotenu bayamim ha'em bazman hazeh bayamim ha'em bazman hazeh. And at the bottom of the page, our prayer for peace. And we want to ask God to grant abundant peace to our entire planet, every corner of our world. And we always think about Eretz Israel at this time, but we also want God to give peace to Australia as they are healing from their tragedy this week. So let's join in singing Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, All Yisrael Amacha, Tasihim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, All Yisrael Amacha, Tasihim Le'olam. Ki atahu melech adon, L'kol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon, L'kol hashalom. Shalom Rav, All Yisrael Amacha, Tasihim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, All Yisrael Amacha, Tasihim Le'olam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et Amacha Yisrael. B'kol eitu v'kol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, All Yisrael Amacha, Tasihim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, All Yisrael Amacha, Tasihim Le'olam. Tasihim Le'olam. Tasihim Le'olam. At this time, take just a moment or two to pray the thoughts and prayers of your heart to the God of your understanding, and then join me in singing Oseh Shalom. say shalom bimroma. Huya say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Well, normally at this time in our service, we would do our Torah reading, which we're not going to do this evening, but we want to ask for prayers of healing. We have many people that we want to remember this evening for healing. God, grant your healing power to those in need, to those whom I know and those unknown to me. God, grant your comfort and consolation to all who grieve, those whom I know and those unknown to me. Holy One, bring a swift end to suffering and strife, and heal the world with your steadfast love. So at this time, we want to think about all those that are in need of our healing prayers, and we think about these in our community: Matt Moore, Mindy Sugarman, Janet Helfand, Amy Eichenbaum, Cheryl Mendelson, Hannah Creviston, Nate Green, Debbie Weiskopf, Andy Kaplan, Gail Ellis, Gerda Stokler, Leonard Whitty, my dear friend Roxana Sylvian, and Shira Natanya Bat Yocheved. And we also want to keep in our thoughts and prayers all those who were injured in the shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia, especially Ahmed Al-Ahmed, the man that saved so many lives, a Muslim man that saved so many lives and was injured doing so. We want to keep his name also in our thoughts and prayers. As my hand passes over you, please feel free to say the name aloud of someone you're thinking of today.
Judith Rockwell. Paul Lickers, Pesach Ben Hannah. Kim Showers.
Riley? Thank you. David?
Terry Neese and Bob Boswell.
Bobby?
Eddie Stanley.
Al Seeger.
Carol Francini, Donna Price, Donnie Wright.
Mark Tukoski.
Lorelei Trafton.
Thank you. Yes, Riley? Thank you. We keep all of them in our thoughts and prayers. And if there's a name that you just want to say in your heart, please feel free to do that. And we're going to sing Refuah Shlema by Rachel. Adonai Yishlach, Yishlach lahem, Refuah Shlema. Adonai Yishlach, Yishlach lahem, Refuah Shlema. Refuat ha-nefesh, u'refuat ha-guf, v'nomar amen. Refuat ha-nefesh, u'refuat ha-guf, v'nomar amen. Well, I wasn't going to do a sermon, but I'm a rabbi. It's what we do. Yeah, and I've got a captive audience, so what are you going to do? So this won't be real long, I promise. It's only like 8 pages. All right. Well, anyway, Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and Chag Chanukah Sameach to everyone. So this week in the Torah is Parsha Miketz. And it seems to be no coincidence that this portion always falls during Hanukkah. The thematic connections between Joseph's story, which is an ongoing saga, and the Festival of Lights run very deep, offering us insights into the faith of the Maccabees, the faith of Joseph, the hidden miracles in both camps, and the journey from darkness to redemption that both sides are going to feel. The Parsha begins with the words Miketz Shanatayim Yamim, at the end of 2 years. Joseph has been languishing in an Egyptian dungeon. Forgotten by the cupbearer, he helped, seemingly abandoned by God. The word Miketz means at the end, and it signals a turning point. So after years of darkness, both literal and metaphorical, Joseph's moment of redemption arrives. This mirrors the story of Hanukkah itself. The Jewish people had endured years of oppression under the Greeks, forbidden from practicing their religion, their temple defiled. It seemed like an endless night, but Miketz, at the end, came the miracle. The Maccabees prevailed, the temple was rededicated, and the oil that should have lasted 1 day burned for 8. So in Miketz, Pharaoh has troubling dreams that none of his wise men can interpret. So Joseph, brought hastily from prison, successfully interprets dreams and rises from prisoner to viceroy in a single day. The transformation is stunning, from the depths to the heights in mere moments. Now, we don't know if it was exactly moments or not, but, the Torah sort of takes a little bit of latitude with time. But what enabled Joseph's rise? His ability to see what others couldn't. He perceived God's hand in the dreams, recognizing divine messages hidden in the mundane. Well, this is the essence of Hanukkah as well. The Maccabees were vastly outnumbered. The single cruse of oil was insufficient. Yet, they saw potential where others saw impossibility. They lit the menorah anyway, and God revealed the hidden miracle. The Talmud asks why we celebrate Hanukkah for 8 nights when the miracle was really only 7. The oil naturally would have burned for 1 night. One answer, the first night itself was a miracle. The first night. The act of lighting, of refusing to surrender, even when the light seemed insufficient, is itself miraculous. Throughout this parsha, Joseph recognizes his brothers, but they don't recognize him. He's hidden in plain sight. The Hebrew slave boy, now transformed into an Egyptian ruler. His true identity remains concealed, creating dramatic tension that won't resolve until next week's portion. That is this week's cliffhanger for next week. Stay tuned. It will resolve. Joseph's entire journey has been about hiddenness. His dreams suggested greatness, but that destiny seemed buried when he was thrown into a pit and sold into slavery, and subsequently imprisoned. Yet God's plan was working all along, invisible but inevitable. Sometimes redemption wears a disguise. Joseph's wisdom saves Egypt and the surrounding nations from famine. He sees the future and prepares, storing grain during the abundant years to sustain life during the lean ones. He transforms potential catastrophe into survival. The Hanukkah lights work similarly. We kindle them during the darkest time of year, when nights are longest and cold is harshest. Okay, maybe not necessarily in Florida, but certainly up north it is. We're not commanded to use the lights for any practical purpose, not for reading, not for working. Instead, we simply gaze at them, letting them nourish something deeper than our physical needs. Their spiritual sustenance stored against the darkness, reminding us that even in the bleakest winters, historical, personal, or spiritual, light persists. Both Miketz and Chanukah teach us that endings can be beginnings. When Joseph sits in that dungeon, he cannot imagine that within hours he'll stand before Pharaoh. When the Maccabees entered the desecrated temple, they could not know that their small act of faith will be celebrated for millennia. We too live through our own dark periods, sometimes when hope seems foolish, when the light we have seems pathetically insignificant for the darkness we face. The lessons of Miketz and Chanukah is this: light anyway, hope anyway, act anyway. God's presence is often hidden, working through natural means, through dreams, through a small cruse of oil that lasted longer than it should. Our task is not to wait for obvious miracles, but to recognize the quiet ones, to kindle light even when it seems inadequate, to hold fast to faith, during the long night before Miketz, before the end that is really a beginning. As we light our menorot this Hanukkah, as we read of Joseph's emergence from darkness, let's remember, the light doesn't have to be big to pierce the darkness. It just has to be lit. And sometimes the miracle is simply that we found the courage to strike the match. So after I wrote this, I actually had something really amazing happen today, and I just want to share it with you. That you all know the circle of death that's off here to our south, okay? You know, and of course you know tonight it was just absolutely horrible. But this morning, as I was getting ready to go around the roundabout to come into work, a car stopped in front of me. Just stopped right before the crosswalk, which I'm gonna say, I don't know why there's a crosswalk there, but there is. Okay, I look over, there is a man with a walker getting ready to walk across all these lines of traffic. That woman stopped her car, she got out, she walked to the edge, and she held up her hand so that man could walk. She didn't go out in the traffic, but she held up her hands. And people could see what was going on, and they all stopped. Not a horn blared, nothing. And you know how the horns blare there all the time. He walked across very slowly. She helped him, and then another woman pulled up next to her car and blocked off the rest of the traffic. And he walked across. And she got back in her car. I rolled down my window and I said, thank you for that. Because had she not done it, I would have. And it was just I thought that was just an act of kindness. It was just a small act of kindness that reached out, and it spread out throughout all the people in that traffic circle that morning. They all saw that this man was in need, and they stopped and never honked a horn. I just had to share that with you. I thought it was just an amazing thing. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom and Chanukah Sameach. So you all picked up a song sheet. I don't have it with me. It's called Candle in the Window. And we're going to sing this real quick. Since, you know, we started pretty late, I thought, I'll go ahead and do my sermon and we'll do the song anyway. The refrain is very, very, very simple. I've got one. I've got it up here, yeah. It's ah-oh-oh-oh. You got it? All right. And it goes like, ah-oh-oh-oh. You got that? Do it with me. Ah-oh-oh-oh. Again. Ah-oh-oh-oh. I'm going to sing the verses, and they're easy to catch on to, but just if you can catch on, just sing with me. Light a candle in the window, watch it shining bright. Light a candle in the window, lighting up the night. Light a candle in the window, so everyone can see. Here there are miracles, if you want them to be. Back to the refrain. Ah-oh, oh, 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 oh. See a candle in the window, just a little spark. See a candle in the window, lighting up the dark. See a candle in the window, sending hope to you. Here there are miracles, we can make it through. Oh, 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 oh. See a light in every window, we will stand as one. See a light in every window until the work is done. See a light in every window, shining through the night. We are the miracles. We are the light. Ah-oh. I found that last year, but I didn't learn it in time to teach it last year, so you got it this year. Yeah. It sounded really cool. I liked hearing you guys sing. All right. On the next page, all who are able, please rise for the Elenu as the ark is opened. And we read responsibly. And then all that has divided us will merge. Then softness will come to a world that is harsh and unkind. Then both men and women will be strong. And then all will be rich and free and varied. And then all will share equally in the earth's abundance. And then all will nourish the young. And then all will live in harmony with each other and the earth. Then everywhere will be called Eden once again. B'ne'emar, b'haya Adonai, l'melech ol kol ha'aretz, b'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shmo echad. You may be seated. Every beginning brings an ending. Every ending brings a beginning. Ancient One, this is the joy and the grief, the plenty and the famine, the dance and the dirge of life, alive and awake in your world. Every beginning brings an ending. Every ending brings a beginning. Blessed is God's holy name. We want to remember the following, whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of whose death occurs at this time. We are in Shloshim for Justin Rogers, the beloved grandson of Herb Wasserman, and Lisa Sabelli, the beloved cousin of Cheryl Mendelson. We are also remembering the following, who died needlessly in Australia. Matilda Bridvan, age 10. Rabbi Eli Schlonger, age 41. Alex Klaitman, 87, Holocaust survivor. Dan El-Khayyam, age 27. Rabbi Yaakov Levitan, age 39. Ruvain Morrison, age 62. Marika Pogani, 82. Tibor Weitzen, 78. Edith Brutman, 68. Boris Gurman, 69. Sophia Gurman, 61. Peter Meger, 61. So many cut down before their lives should have ended. We are also thinking of the following: Abraham Albert, Deborah Beth Schatz, Joseph Kleinman, Loretta Sandler, Ruth Kasten, Shirley Levine Katzen, Tamara Ann Berman, Carolyn Helen Zoller, the mother of Walter Zoller, Elizabeth Bass Lewis, the mother of Fran Baer, Julius Crystal, the uncle of Carolyn Miles, Mary Sandler, the mother of Carol Roberts, Ida S. Roberts, the mother-in-law of Carol Roberts, Rose Novick, the mother of Paul Novick, Ida Weiskopf, the mother-in-law of Debbie Weiskopf, Susan Licker, the aunt of Lori Licker, Leonard Mantell, the father of Gail Ellis, Martin Gerald Schinberg, the brother of Cheryl Mendelson, Bennett Glazier, brother of Susan Glazier, Robert Shapiro, friend of Joy Invitash, Robert J. Frank, the father of Madeline Berger, and Pauline Wallach, my mother. If there are other names that you would like to add to this list that were not on this, please say their name. Rose.
Rochelle O'Shane, Beverly Freeburg.
Thank you. Anybody else? If you are in mourning, or if it is your custom on the next page, please rise for the Kaddish prayer. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma Divrach Hirutev Yamlich Malchuteh V'chayechon Uvyomechon Uv'chaye Dekol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kari V'imaru Amen. Yahei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Olmei Almaya Yit Barak V'yish Tabak V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Romam V'yit Naseh V'yit Hadar V'yit Taleh V'yit Halal Shemei Dekudashah Barichu La'ela Min Kol Birkata V'shirata Tushbakata V'nechamata Da Amiram V'alma V'imaru Amen. Yahei Shalama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imaru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Zikronom Lebracha, may their memories forever be for a blessing. You may be seated. And now Jeff, da 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 da. Please come up and do quick announcements. Cliff notes, but actually there's 2 pages, so.
I'll make it quick.
All right.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. And we had a wonderful dinner and everything. I'm happy you're all here. See all the wonderful menorahs. It was great. It was great. All lit up. It was beautiful. Okay. First of all, thank you for all who made our Hanukkah menorah a big success, especially to Mike Slockton, for picking up the food.
Which he didn't actually do, but,
Well,
but he tried.
Right. For the dinner tonight, many others, including Sisterhood, were responsible for this event. Thank you to everyone who participated. And thank you for the, what's the name of the restaurant again, the caterer?
Jersey Brothers.
For donating the food to us. That was
Yeah,
wonderful.
That was really great.
Yes. Okay, tomorrow's Torah study in person and on Zoom at 9:30. There's no religious school until January 11th, 2026. On Thursday, the 25th, you know what that day is. Temple office will be closed and will also be closed the following Thursday, January 1st. Temple office will close early on December 31st at noon. Friday the 25th and Friday, January 2nd will be regular Shabbat services. Please sign up to attend Live Rev concert. Please do so. Go to your tickets. Tell your friends and everybody if you have not done so. Hoping to get a nice turnout for this event, January 31st, 2026. Hebrew 102, Introduction to Hebrew Prayer, will begin on January 18th, 2:30 p.m. Please let the rabbi know if you are interested by January 7th. Okay? And this is from the Social Action Committee update. A big thanks to all who donated to the last collection drive. We delivered 4 large bins with over 100 items to Orchard Lake, the Housing for Homeless complex in Cocoa. We also donated 3 boxes of toys to Toys for Tots, which held 140 toys. Thanks to Terry Ginsberg for organizing. Where's Terry?
I think she bailed on us.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll tell her.
We'll get him.
Yeah.
Okay, we also had a big turnout for the food pantry drive through on Thursday night, helping dozens of local families in need. And thanks to all for donations and help. We can make a difference and continue donating. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful Shabbat and a remaining Hanukkah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Yeah, and I would like to thank everybody for bringing the dishes tonight. We had a lot of food. It was great. A nice variety, too, which was always really good. I didn't get any dessert, but whatever. Oh, maybe I can find.
They all had nuts in them, you wouldn't have liked
Oh, I wouldn't have liked them anyway, so yeah. But what about the calorie-free ones, though? Yeah. All right. So for our last song, we're going to sing "Light One Candle," and I can't pitch this thing in a key that anybody could sing, but we're going to give it a try anyway. We're going to give it a try in this key, okay? And if it doesn't work, well, whatever, okay. Light One Candle. So this was actually something that was written by Peter Yarrow, who just passed away within this last year, right? Yeah, I think it's not even been a year yet, I think. So anyway, he wrote this song a long time ago, and Peter, Paul, and Mary sang it and made it very, very popular, and it's become one of the staples of Hanukkah. So, all right. So the first part's kind of low, and then it gets a little high. Okay. Light one candle for the Maccabee children. Give thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in, let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle, bind us together with peace as the song in our heart. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. What is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep alive in that flame? What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain? We have come this far, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the burden, this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, don't let the light go out, don't let the light go out. That's it. All right.
One more announcement, please.
Oh, okay. One more announcement before you go and before I do my last little thing here. Pizza, wine, and Havdalah time. Join us for a family-friendly Havdalah happy hour to usher in the end of Shabbat together in the new year. This will be Saturday, January 24th. It will be here, 5:30. Enjoy pizza, charcuterie, wine, beer, and non-alcoholic beverages. Sounds like a plan to me. And gather then for Havdalah right after that. So there's a cost. Be sure to read the flyer. I think it's been in your Thursday reminders, but be sure to look at that. I think it's going to be a very, very nice time. And in closing, I would like to say, may the warm glow of the Hanukkah lights illuminate your path. May your dreams inspire you to keep hope in your heart. May the love you share ripple outward, blessing others in ways you may never fully know. And may you always remember that your light matters, and the world is brighter because you are in it. Shabbat Shalom.